and we're transitioning to our control portion of the Ego snowblower. As I mentioned, just down there you can kind of see your battery indicators, but we want to talk about up here. In the middle, if you are familiar with any Ego products, in order to engage, one, you first have to make sure the batteries are in place, and there you can see I've added both of my batteries. I will say that the ones that come with the Ego snowblower here are the new ones, so they are the ones that let you know how much battery is left. I do appreciate that. I do like Ego as a product, but the older batteries were garbage. I love the ones that come with the indicator light. So again, if you're familiar with that, you will hold down on this button, and then right here you can see there is a bar which you will have to depress and hold in order to actuate everything. Over here on the left, they actually have a little speed controller right there. And we'll just tilt things so that you can see that. So unlike the Toro that I used a long time ago when I lived with my parents, theirs was a single stage and it was one speed all the time. This, you can actually crank up your speed or lower it depending on your usage. Obviously, if you crank it up, the battery usage will also decrease because you're using more power. The other thing on the Ego that I like that was not on my parents' Toro is this. This is a control for your snowshoe. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of tilt the camera a little bit so you can actually kind of see the handle in the lower right and then the snowshoe up there. And what I mean is I can fully rotate that without having to stop and put the snowshoe in the direction that I actually want it to be in. Now, for me, that is awesome, as it's something that I'm not used to unless it was on a two-stage snowblower, which I used to use up in my grandfather's. So having an option like this on a single stage, you might be asking yourself, well, the price I'm paying for it, why am I paying so much? Those are the options that you're gonna get, and that's why you're paying for it. Obviously, if we're in the control area, we want to see, well, how do things look when I start it and how does it sound? So what we're going to do is I will actually start the Ego and have a camera up front there in the blade section so you can see it and hear it as I crank it up and turn up the speed. So we're going to actuate this now. Remember, safety first, nobody else is around, don't stick your hands in the propellers. That's rule number one. And actuate. You can see the batteries themselves are indicating that it's on. You have the machine itself indicating that it's on. Hopefully you can hear me. It is in its lowest setting, so what we're going to do now is we're going to crank this up slowly so you can hear and see as the blade increases in speed. Almost at max. And max throwing capacity. And we'll bring it back down. And stop. Now you'll see that the indicator lights on the top did tell me how much battery I had used. I just want you to know that's not just for me running this little test for the video. I actually have been playing with it, so don't think it's going to eat your battery that quickly.